Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Right Hand Podcast. This is where we talk about how law firm owners can build stronger, smarter, and more sustainable firms. Um, Most lawyers start their firm to gain freedom and independence, but as the firm grows, new challenges appear, and those challenges show themselves as such as hiring, leadership, operations, profitability. So, in this podcast, what we do is we explore the strategies and the insights that help law firm owners move from simply practicing law to actually successfully running a law firm. And this is brought to you by Reuben Allen. We are consultants, we are the strategic right hand for growing firms in partnership with our sister company, Marshall Graham Consulting. I am Greg Copeland. And today we're going to talk about why some law firms stay small forever. Uh, some firms intentionally stay small. And there's nothing wrong with that. Um, we as a consulting firm, we intentionally stay small for various reasons. So I understand when law firm owners want to keep their firm small, but many firms remain small unintentionally. And it's not because of market conditions or anything like that. It's because they have internal barriers, and we're going to talk about those barriers today that kind of block law firms from growing. And so, the first barrier is the fear of delegation. And I know we think very highly of ourselves as attorneys, but most attorneys most hesitate to delegate. Um, we worry about quality. We feel responsible for every outcome that happens with the firm. So we're afraid to let go of the wheel and pass things out and ask for help or acknowledge that we need help and delegate some of these tasks. But what happens is without that delegation, the firm's capacity it remains limited because as a law firm owner, you're sitting there doing administrative tasks and taking time away from the actual practice of law or going out and business development, things like that. The second barrier is a lack of structure. And growth, what happens is growth requires organization. And so you need to put systems and processes in place. And without those systems and processes, expansion can become overwhelming. Um, and what happens is this, because it's overwhelming, thinking about all the things that you have to put in place. Um, the founders, the owners of the firm, they avoid it altogether. Oh, if this is what it's going to take, maybe I don't want to grow. Maybe I don't want to add on another two or three people. If this is the work that I have to do with the systems and processes to put them in place, and that's no way to think, in my opinion. The third barrier is hiring strategy. A lot of firms grow slowly because hiring decisions are made reactively instead of more strategically. And just reacting when you're overwhelmed with cases and bringing someone in instead of sitting down and projecting, hey, I think my cases are going to be high, by November, I'm going to need someone and planning out starting in April for November instead of waiting until November when you're overwhelmed and then out of desperation, you're hiring someone and you can't take the time to make the right hire and you end up bringing in the wrong hire. That person doesn't work out and it sets you back even more. So strong firms hire with a clear vision of how the organization should actually evolve. So those are the three barriers that kind of stop law firms from growing: the fear of delegation, the lack of structure, um, faulty hiring strategy as a barrier. So because growth doesn't happen automatically, all of this has to be intentional, and it requires intentional leadership decisions. And so what happens when founders and law firm leaders address these barriers, the firm's potential, what happens, it expands dramatically. So basically, you're giving yourself a chance to grow, and you could put these in place, these systems, fixing this, delegating, structure, creating a hiring strategy, even if you're an attorney of one. Because if you plan to become an attorney of two or add on a paralegal or a legal assistant, you're going to need these structures, these procedures, the procedures and policies in place. Even if you think right now, hey, we're a firm of three attorneys and we're going to stay this way, that may be your thinking right now, but there may come a point 2, 3 years down the line where cases come in where you need to add another attorney or two, paralegal or two, and you have all of that in place. Do not block yourself from growing. So that's what we're talking about today. Thank you for listening to the Right Hand Podcast. If you are a law firm owner looking to build a stronger, more organized, and more profitable firm, please visit Reuben-Allen.com and you can learn how we help law firms grow. If you found this episode helpful, please be sure to follow, share it with another law firm leader. So until next time, keep building the firm that you set out to create. Talk to you soon. Bye.